Hello, Governor. Sherlock Holmes here to help us decide who committed this here crime. I know that you guys have been working really hard to digest all of the options here, and based on your knowledge of chemical and physical properties, you probably determined who done it. We want to go over our evidence here to decide who it was. So this here is kind of like key to the work you've been doing. If you'll follow with me, you can see who done it. Clue number one. So I'm gonna trolley through here and I'll show you the results. Right, I'm gonna shrink myself up here so you guys can see as well. Right here, what is a physical property? It's a characteristic of matter related to appearance. And from that answer, we know the injury was not caused by chemical poisoning. Right. So, second clue. Which of the following is a physical property of matter? Well, the shape, right? Because these other three things are things that can occur when a change happens. And the shape is something you can observe without changing the object. And so because of that, we know that Mr. Kem was cleaning the projector in the movie theater. Right, and remember, we got to go back and record this information, right? So the injury was not chemical poisoning. So we're going to go up here, and we know, hey, I'm going to click right here. Not chemical poisoning. And we also know that Mr. Kem was in the movie theater based on clue number two, right? So we're going to toggle between those two things to determine where these are. Chemical properties of matter are based on how substances react, right? Because look, feel, and taste are part of the five senses that we use for physical properties, not the chemical ones, right? So because of that, we know that Coach Physics was texting a friend in the atrium. So let's go back to our evidence page and we can justify that Coach Physics was in the atrium. Right, and then that's clue three where we were. Let's go to clue four. So which of the following is a chemical property of matter? It's the ability to rust. That means Dr. Earth was making photocopies in the library, right? So we can visit that here in a minute. Right, here we go here. Dr. Earth, he didn't do it because he was in the library reading books and getting smarter like most of you need to do, right? Unless there's too many people in the library for certain situations that don't allow us to go in there for a period of time. Right, but anyway, which property describes a substance's ability to move energy? Conductivity is the answer to that, right? Like electricity or heat can conduct through metals, for example. And that is a property, means the victim was not attacked by a cougar. Thank goodness I don't know that there are cougars in this area. I guess some, but not typically. So, nobody died from a cougar attack. Let's rule that one out. All right, we're halfway there. So, clue number 6. Which property describes an object floats on top of water? That would be buoyancy. And so Miss Zoo was jumping in the gym. Right, we go here, back to our evidence. Miss Zoo, she's in the gym. Don't know what she's doing, but she's jumping. So could be jump rope, could be jumping to conclusions about who done it. Who knows? Which chemical property shown in the image right here? So that's corrosion, right? We have pretty chain, ugly chain, and that happens because certain objects react and change it right there. Right, this isn't conductivity, nothing's floating and nothing's burning. So we're looking at corrosion here. You lose your luster. And it says that there's no venomous bite, right? So now we can know that there's not a snake bite involved in this here. Of course, we could say snake or spider or, I don't know, vampire, for example. I don't know that they have venom there. They just kind of turn you into a monster. Huh. Unfortunately, most of us already are monsters. Right, clue number 8. Which of the following does not describe the physical property of the log? So all of these are physical properties: buoyancy, the density, the color, except for flammability, which is a reaction, right? So it's also not burning, so we know it's not flammable, or at least not while it's in water. So the victim's toe was not stubbed. I've never heard of someone dying from a stubbed toe anyway. Of course, I guess there's possibilities of infection, but bam, we know that was not that person there. All right, so here we are. Clue number 9. Melting point, boiling point, and freezing point, or changes in matter, basically, are all physical properties, right? Like water, when it freezes, it's still H2O. It's just frozen H2O, right? Sometimes in the wintertime, it's all these pretty little snowflakes. But because of that, we know the injury is not caused by a fallen object. So no one got crushed by, an anvil or something crazy like that coyote that you've seen maybe on the cartoons. Okay, so we're down to 2 possible people here, Professor Astro or Mrs. Bio, and someone either died in the kitchen or in the pool. However, electrocution might be something that gives it away here. So let's look at our final clue. Right. Which properties of matter can always be observed without changing the identity of the substance? Those would be only physical properties, right? Because chemical properties literally are talking about a change in the actual substance, like changes into something else, right? So right here, we got our answer, and we can now make our decision on who done it. Right, so we look here, Professor Astro, totally in the kitchen. And now we know that Mrs. Bio committed the crime of electrocution in the pool. Don't know how that happened necessarily. Really don't know who died either. But we know that Mrs. Bio is going to go away for a long time. Thanks for helping me out, chappers. Make sure that you tell me why or what you think happened here in the last page, and submit this so that we can put it in our records for your grade. Talk to you later.